Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very chaotic video for you guys. So today is my birthday and I am turning the big 30. That's right, 30 years old. I'm fucking old. Anyway, I have bought myself many books for my birthday for myself, and some people I believe are gifting me some books and some people are gifting me money for me to buy books. So I just kind of wanted to unbox some of these with you guys and also just talk about a general book haul for my birthday pretty much. I've got two here that I can open now. So nice. So I've got myself Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. This tells the story of Yadriel, who is a boy but also inheriting magic from his family of witches, I believe, and he's accidentally summoned a ghost. And now the ghost will not leave him. And I think that the ghost is meant to be his romantic interest as well. So it just sounds very exciting, and I don't know, it's just giving me kind of like supernatural vibes but with a gay romance, and I think that sounds exactly like what a lot of supernatural fans wanted. So I'm quite excited to get to read this one. Second package I have received today. The jacket is leaving. Stay in place. Here we go. This is The Project by Courtney Summers. This, I believe, tells the story of a girl who is trying to get her sister out of a cult. And I'm not exactly sure what happens, but in the summary, it sounds like she is starting to think that the cult is not all that bad, which sounds worrying and just kind of like exciting to see how it develops. So I'm excited to read that one as well. But also just look at this cover. How gorgeous is that? Ooh, this is under the jacket. And I think it just came out. And actually, let me see what's under the jacket of Cemetery Boys. Gorgeous. So Cemetery Boys has like this gold writing, and then this gold rose, and then this gold rose here. It's another book that I have bought myself recently, although it is not a new book, is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book in particular I really wanted to get in this format because I just thought that the hardback was so beautiful, and I found it as a second-hand book. So it's got these nice black spray edges and a little bookmark thing, which I thought was really pretty. And I really loved The Seven Husbands of Evelyn and Hugo that I read last year by Taylor Jenkins Reid, so I thought I would try this one, which she wrote I think before Evelyn and Hugo. And this one tells the story of this band in the 70s called Daisy Jones and the Six, and I guess Daisy Jones is like the lead singer or something, and basically at some point they split and they just never play music together again, and it kind of tells the story of why that happened. I think I haven't started reading it yet, but this is one of my most recent purchases as well. Then another book that I literally received this weekend that I had pre-ordered because I was really interested in it is If I Disappear by Elizabeth Jane Brazier, and this one tells the story of this girl Sarah who's obsessed with a true crime podcast, and she really loves this one in particular, but the host Rachel disappears, goes missing, and Sarah decides to investigate and try and figure out what happened. I just absolutely love this cover. I think it's stunning, and I guess I really like stuff that has to do with true crime podcasts as well. So I really enjoyed reading The Night Swim last year, and actually the host of the podcast in there is called Rachel. So I thought that was quite interesting that the host of the podcast in this one is also named Rachel. Next, I also bought myself two books that are actually true crime and not fiction, and the first one is I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle Mcnamara, and this has to do, I think, with the Golden State Killer. Yeah, that's what it says. And this is the account of how she chased him down, I guess, and tried to figure out who he was. And I think she is actually the one who nicknamed him the Golden State Killer, and it stuck, and everyone called him that because of her. So this is really interesting investigative work, I think, and I've heard a lot of people praise the work that she's done to chase this guy and figure out who he was. So I'm quite excited to read this book because it's received so much praise. So yeah, I was quite excited to read this one. And then I also bought this one that came out super recently, How to Solve a Murder by Derek and Pauline Treman, which is true stories from life in forensic medicine. And this is also non-fiction and true crime, and basically it talks about how these people solve crime with forensic science. It says here in the summary, Guy's Hospital in London. So let me quickly read to you the summary because I feel like that's going to be easier than for me to try and figure out how to explain the story, but it is non-fiction. Fractured skulls, gas masks, brain buckets, vats of acid, pickled body parts. Not the usual tools of trade, but for Chief Forensic Medical Scientist Derek and Forensic Secretary Pauline, they were just part of a normal day in the office inside the world-famous Department of Forensic Medicine at Guy's Hospital in London. Derek has played a pivotal role in investigating some of the UK's most high-profile mass disasters and murder cases. Derek's innovative work on murder cases in particular has seen him credited as a pioneer of forensic medical science after developing groundbreaking techniques that make it easier to secure a conviction and also identify a serial killer. Warmly recalled and brilliantly told, these intriguing revelations will open your eyes to the dark world inhabited by those who investigate death and murder, typically most horrid, and unveil the secrets of how each case is solved. So I just thought this sounded really interesting and like something I would want to know more about. And I'm quite excited to read a little bit more non-fiction as well, because I'm not interested in most non-fiction, but non-fiction that has to do with crime and murder, yes. That's it for now. When I'm gonna be receiving more packages, I'm gonna be opening them on camera so I can tell you guys more about the other books that I have ordered, but they will be arriving throughout the week. So although I'm filming this today on the 2nd of February, which is my birthday, the rest of it will just be arriving later. Again, it's later in the same day and I have just received, as in I've just been told it has arrived, a package from my friends. So I've already opened it because I opened it on Marco Polo to show them while I was opening it, but I will just do a reenactment here. Oh my god. This is not even a reenactment, I just find it so fucking beautiful. They've gotten me The Mystery of the Blue Train by Agatha Christie in this gorgeous edition, which is by HarperCollins. Look at that, it's so pretty. It has gold, you know, I'm a sucker for gold on covers. This is, here you see the spine. I'm trying to do what beauty gurus do, but with a book, and I don't think it's working. There we go. And then the back. And then the back. I love it. I think it's so pretty. And then inside it has this illustration that goes on, and each chapter has one of these little drawings as well at the top, which I think is so cute. I have actually Death on the Nile and Then There Were None in the same type of edition, you know, like cloth bound with, you know, a little bit of gold or like silver on And Then There Were None, and they just look gorgeous, and I'm just so happy to have another one to add to my collection. So I'm definitely gonna try and read this one this year as well. So yeah, that was the new one that I got. I don't actually know what happens in this one. It's also possible that I've read it because I have read some Agatha Christie a long time ago and I just don't remember most of them because it was such a long time ago. Oh yeah, I've just seen the name Poirot in there, so I'm happy to report this one is a Poirot one, and I really enjoyed those ones. Especially since Hercule Poirot is Belgian and I am Belgian, so I just love him solely for that reason, so yeah. Okay, it's now the day after and I've just received some more packages. So here's another one. Okay. Here is Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. Yes! I really wanted this edition because I love hardback covers in general. And let me see if you can see this properly. So I really wanted to get this edition. Sorry, I arranged the lighting because it was a little bit too bright and I don't think you could see this properly. But basically, it's a hardback cover that has blue sprayed edges and the inside is like this, which I think looks so pretty. And this is the spine when you take out the jacket. Very, very happy. Look at that beautiful picture of her. Wow. Okay, so I'm super excited to read this. So here's what this one talks about. When Emira is apprehended at a supermarket for kidnapping the white child she's actually babysitting, it sets off an explosive chain of events. Her employer Alex, a feminist blogger with the best of intentions, resolves to make things right, but Emira herself is aimless, broke and wary of Alex's desire to help. When a surprising connection emerges between the two women, it sends them on a crash course that will upend everything they think they know about themselves, each other, and the messy dynamics of privilege. Very interesting blurb and I'm just very excited to read it. I have one from Book Depository. Let me try to open it on camera. I think maybe this side. Ooh, oh my god, wait, I think that's a gift. Whoa, because I've ordered things from Book Depository recently, but I did not order this. So I'm pretty sure Ayatsuji is a gift because I did not order this. Oh my god, I don't think there's a message though. I'm trying to find out if there's a message anywhere. I don't see a message anywhere, but I am 100% sure that this is from my friends Leanne and Becky, who bought me the previous gifts that I showed you, which is the Agatha Christie one, and I didn't think I was receiving this, so I didn't actually film myself for them. Normally I would mock upload it to them rather than film this on camera, so this is my genuine reaction. This is gorgeous! And yeah, my friend Leanne read it really recently and said she loved it, and the way she described it sounded super exciting and like absolutely like something that I would really enjoy reading. So, oh my god, it's so pretty, look at it. Oh wow, I'm excited. Okay, I will have to send them a message straight after this. And then finally we have this mystery package. Ooh, okay. Oh, it's Ellen Oliphant. Yes, so I bought myself Ellen Oliphant is completely fine. I'm trying to film it right without my face. It's wrapped in plastic. I'm gonna take that out. It looks a bit gross. It's secondhand. I didn't realize that this was from a library, but it is apparently from a library. Interesting. Oh, okay, so I gotta admit that this is a little bit gross and I don't love it. But I don't want to keep this plastic, especially since it's got like dirt inside. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Not my favorite experience. Oh, that's kind of gross. Look at the pages, they're so yellowed, and then this stain is really gross. And this just has like the library thing, and then it just ripped. While I was trying to take out the tape, it ripped the inside, and yeah, I'm not happy. Yeah, I'm really not happy. I think I'm gonna buy another version of this. This is not the quality that I expected. So, a little bit grossed out and disappointed. I really just wanted it in hardback, but it's really hard sometimes to find hardback books, especially when they're UK books, because the UK likes to just keep their hardbacks on for a little while and then they disappear and you only have the paperbacks left. While in the US you can find the hardbacks for much longer because they continue publishing them and producing them. So a little bit disappointed in this, but I do want to read that book. I have it on my Kindle as well because it was really cheap on Kindle format. So I think what I'm gonna do is probably just buy a paperback version. Sounds a little bit like a waste of money, but I think it was quite cheap to be fair, so that's fine. It's just that when it says that the quality, like what it looks like when you buy secondhand I think it was on Amazon, and when you buy secondhand on Amazon, it tells you like the quality, if it's like excellent, like new, or like good or something, and I think it was good. It wasn't like crappy or average or whatever. It doesn't say crappy, but you know what I mean. I'm just a little bit disappointed. This book though, just to explain quickly, is about this woman, Eleanor Oliphant, who doesn't really understand social cues and doesn't really have a lot of social skills. She's really bad at like acting normal and saying the right thing and doing the right thing in society, and she's absolutely fine with that. She has no issues with that. But then one day she meets a guy, and with this guy they help save another guy, I think. Not quite sure, the summary was a little bit confusing, but I think basically it kind of like shakes everything up in her life. And I have a friend who read it recently, really loved it and thought it was hilarious, and it really made me want to read it as well. So I am quite excited to plunge into it, and then you know what I think. Hi again, am I wearing the exact same sweater as I was earlier? Yes, I am, even though it's 2 days later. Don't judge me, thank you. I've received a new Amazon package. Let's see what it is. Oh, there we go. This is my new copy that I immediately bought of Eleanor Oliphant Is Completely Fine. So this is the paperback version, because yes, the hardback version that I was insisting on getting was really damaged and just stained and kind of gross, and honestly I just my tiny bit of OCD that I've got in me was like, nope, I can't do it, I can't read this book and touch it. My plan is that I will see whether I can manage to donate this book to a charity shop, whether they want it or not, because it is not in a great state, so we will see. And otherwise I will see online what I can do in the UK with books that are not in the greatest states, because I just don't want this to go to waste. But I did just really want a pretty copy, a copy not damaged, not in complete disarray. But yeah, I did want just like a better copy than that one, so I did buy it in paperback immediately, and I was like, I need to read this in this month. It was my plan to read it this month, and I'm not gonna touch that hardback, not gonna lie. Me again. Same day, just a few hours later, I received another package, this time from Book Depository, and I can't remember what this is. Ooh, I think I know what this is. This is the new Sylvain Novel. Yes. Oh my god. Look at it. It's so pretty. This is a nice cover. I feel like this is really pretty. I like that this is a bit debossed, and the texture is really nice. It's a bit rough. I don't know how to explain, but it's lovely. This one is 300 pages total, and let me read you the summary quickly, because I don't know how to explain the story from what I've read of the summary. For 99 identical generations, Mia's family has shaped human history to push them to the stars, making brutal, wrenching choices and sacrificing countless lives. Her turn comes at the dawn of the age of rocketry, a mission to lure Werner von Braun away from the Nazi Party and into the American rocket program, and secure the future of the space race. But Mia's family is not the only group pushing the levers of history. An even more ruthless enemy lurks behind the scenes. So that sounds like fun. It sounds very different from anything I've read. So this is a history of what comes next, that's what it's called. And apparently it must be book 1 in a series, because it says a Take Them to the Stars novel by Sylvain Novel. And that's it. I'm super excited to read this, and I'm very happy that it arrived today. I've received another package, and it's Friday now, so it's still part of the same week, so I think it still counts as birthday gifts to myself and birthday gifts in general. As usual, I'm struggling. There we go. Yes, there's 2 in there. Okay, so the first one is The Stranger Beside Me by Anne Maroul. This is a classic of true crime, because it was written by this woman who was actually working alongside Ted Bundy without realizing that he was the serial killer that everyone was looking for. And I guess this is the story of that. It's pretty thick. It's a thick book. I didn't realize it's like 500 pages. It's 515 pages, something like that. So pretty big. I'm not gonna read the entire summary, because I imagine most of you know who Ted Bundy is, one of the most famous serial killers, but here's the 3 taglines we have at the top. She was his close friend and colleague. She thought she knew him well, but she didn't know the monster within. And yeah, that's it. That's the cover. The other book that I have received in this package is the Decagon House Murders by Yukicho, Ayatsuji, and this is, it says, the Japanese cult classic mystery. So I think it's quite a famous Japanese novel. This was published first in Japan in 1987, and I think I've just become more interested in reading a little bit more maybe Japanese famous murder mystery novels after I read The Honjin Murders, so I really wanted to buy this one. I also thought that the cover looked so freaking cool, which is, as you know, something that really impacts my buying habits. And this is 284 pages, so it's not too big, but it's also, you know, bigger, 100 pages longer than the Honjin Murders, so it's a bit more normal size, I guess, in terms of a novel. And that's it. I think that's it now. Like, the next books I might have bought myself, I'm only gonna receive like next week or something. I don't think that counts anymore. So this is it. This is all of the books that I have either received from people or bought myself for my birthday, and this is the end of this little haul. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, please leave a comment down below. I always respond, and consider subscribing, clicking on that bell, all that jazz, and I will see you guys in the next one.